Welcome students. Now, in the previous lecture we have studied about average speed and average velocity, and I have given you some questions. So before moving those questions, let's do a question in which a particle is moving from a position x to the position y, then the position z, right? It is moving to the position in 5 seconds from x to y, then 2 seconds from y to z. Let's suppose it has been traveled 15 meter from x to y, and what it has been traveled, let's suppose it has been traveled 6 meter from y to z. So what is the average speed it has traveled? That is total distance 15 plus 6, that will be equals to 21 divided by the total time, that is 7. That is how much average speed it was, 3 meter per second. Is it clear to everyone? But if we calculate the speed of the particle in between x and y, then it will be 15 by 5, that is 3 meter per second, and again here it was 6 by 2, that is 3 meter per second. So this was little bit easier कि उसकी starting speed भी 3 थी, final speed भी 3 थी, तो average भी 3 आ गई, right? लेकिन अगर मैं scenario लेता हूँ कि if there is an object x to y to z, let's suppose it has been traveled that 10 meter in 5 seconds and then 11 meter in next 2 seconds, right? Now from x to y, what will be the speed there, students? The xy, the speed will be 10 by 5, that is 2 meter per second. But if it is moving from y to z, then what will be the speed? 11 by 2, that is 5.5 meter per second. But if we calculate this average speed with the formula of a plus b by 2, जो कि हमने कल करके देखा था, that is this plus divided by 2, that is equals to 7.5 by 2, that is equals to 3.75 meter per second. Will it be correct, students? No, I have told you that we will not take the average of these two values. In the previous case we were getting 3, so we were getting 3 plus 3 by 2, then we were easily getting that is 3 meter per second, and that was coincident that we got the correct answer. But this is not the method. We will not calculate the average speed by this formula. We will calculate the average speed always with the total distance upon total time. So in this case, how we will calculate the average speed? The total distance how much? That is 21 again, 10 plus 11, right? And what is the total time? That is 7 seconds. That is equals to 3 meter per second again. So students, what we are getting, that starting it was moving with 2 meter per second, the final it was moving with 5.5 meter per second, but the average is 3 meter per second from x to z. It is not 3.75 meter per second. So I think it is clear to everyone. So coming to the yesterday's question was कि the object was moving from A to B to C with a speed of 30 meter per second and 20 meter per second, or it covered the equal distance. From A to B 30 meter per second, and another the equal distance from B to C, that is 20 meter per second. So what will be the average speed, students? The average speed will not be 30, as I told you, it will not be 30 by 2, that is 45 meter per second. It will not be the correct solution. So we will follow the average speed as total distance upon total time. The total distance, how much it is traveling, students? X plus x, that is equals to 2x. And the total time, let's suppose the time is not given, then we will take it as t1 and t2. So it is t1 plus t2, right? But अब sir time तो बताया ही नहीं, फिर कैसे निकालेंगे? So students, the speed is given from A to B. So look at here, what is the formula of speed? That is nothing but distance upon time. Yes, very good. So first speed is 30 meter per second, that is 30 is equal to, what is distance in the first case? X. What is time? T1. So what is time in the first case is x by 30. Acha. In the second case, what will be the time? The speed is 20 meter per second, the distance is x, the time is t2. So that is equals to x by 20. I will substitute these values here, and what will I get? That is 2x divided by x by 30 plus x by 20. Taking the LCM, x common ले लेते हैं, right? So it will be 20 plus 30 upon 600. x से x cancel हो गया. अब देखो वेरिएबल कुछ बचा ही नहीं. अब easily can calculate it. That is 2 into 600 divided by 50. So it will be 24 meter per second. Student, are you getting? It was not 25 meter per second, it is 24 meter per second. Right? By mistake I have done it 45. It is 25, right? But we will not follow this method. Exactly, we will follow this one. Now coming to the next question of yesterday's. In that case, what it was going 50 and let's suppose from starting A to B, that is 50 meter per second, and second is 30 meter per second. Let's suppose it is moving the equal distance x in the time t1, and the t1 is nothing but distance x upon speed is 50. The time t2 is x by 30, right? So from A to C, the average speed will be total distance, that is total distance upon total time, Student, you can pause the video if you are feeling it little bit speedy. So it is 50 plus 30, that is total distance. Oh, this is not a total distance. The total distance is x plus x, that is 2x divided by the time t1 plus t2. So it will be 2x divided by x by 50 plus x by 30. So I can write it as 2 into 1500 divided by 80. Right? So it will be nothing but 37.5. So the average speed will be 37.5 meter per second, and that will be the same as average velocity. So average speed in this case will be 37.5 meter per second. If you find any mismatch in the data, student, I'll recommend you that you can change the value. Let's suppose अगर उसमें मेरे पास 30 की जगह 20 मीटर पर सेकंड था, तो आप यहाँ पर इसको 20 मीटर पर सेकंड कर दोगे, and then you will do the calculation accordingly. Then the definitely answer will be different. Got it? Now, if it is coming as, let's suppose if an object is starting from A to B to C, and they starting 50 meter per second from A to B, and the equal distance is covered the 30 meter per second. So that what and again if it is reaching from C to B to A, then what is the, then if I need the calculate average speed, then what will be the total distance, students? That will be x plus x plus x plus x, 4 times x y. एक बार x गया, एक बार इधर x गया, फिर वापस x आया, फिर वापस x आया. So total distance will be 4x now. If it is coming back to A, if it is coming back to A. Now what will the total time, students? That is t1 plus t2 plus t1 plus t2. So it will be nothing but 4x upon 2 t1 plus t2. So it will be nothing but 2x upon t1 plus t2. I think it will be same as earlier, that is 37.5 meter per second. If you will substitute the value of t1 and t2, and if you calculate it, you will get the same answer, that is 37.5 in this case. But if I want to calculate the average velocity, then it will be 0. Why? The average velocity has the formula of total displacement upon total time. Students, what is the total displacement in here? The total displacement will be 0 as it is started from A and reaches again to the point A. Hope this average velocity and average speed concept is clear to everyone. Make sure that you apply this average velocity and average speed concept more accurately. Please don't apply the formula a plus b by 2. But in that case, let's suppose if a body is moving or starting, a body A is starting with initial speed u, and after some time the same body A is having final velocity v. If u is its initial velocity and v is its final velocity, if u is its initial velocity, v is final velocity, then average velocity will be the final velocity plus initial velocity by 2. Right? It's not like it has changed or it has covered some distance with velocity a, then some distance with velocity b, then some distance with velocity c. It is like it started with initial velocity u and then it reaches with final velocity v with some acceleration or by some increment. Then the average velocity will be the sum of the velocities, that is v plus u by 2. Got it? Yeah, great. So student, what we have studied today, the speed, average velocity is numerical, the concepts and all formulas we have gone through with the average speed and average velocity, right? I'll recommend you to please go through with the NCERT questions and examples and all the theory whichever written in the NCERT and whatever I have taught till date, so that we can have a better conversation the next time, right? In the next time, we will study the equations of motion, the types of motion in brief, the acceleration, the questions based on acceleration, the graphs, and much more. Till then, please be in touch. Have a nice day.